Hey guys, welcome to Tiki Rick Adventures. Thank you guys for joining me today. We're gonna go into California Adventure and Disneyland. We're gonna do a what to expect for the month of October. If you're planning a trip during the month of October to the Disneyland Resort, this should be a helpful video. We're gonna go over ride closures. We'll go over the entertainment schedule and what's on offer, but let's go have a fun day today. It is a Saturday today. It's so odd getting here at 2 o'clock. This is later than I usually get here. It's just now starting to get busy. It wasn't too busy in the morning. I think as a general rule of thumb lately, the daytime hasn't been too busy at all, but it gets busier in the late afternoon and into the evening, especially on weekends. If you come on like a Friday at 5 or 6, it's getting very busy. So you should expect some long security lines, waits to get into the parks even. We're gonna go over all the updates that you need to know for October. We'll start with the ride closures. We're gonna go to California Adventure first. We'll go over ride closures there and what the entertainment schedule is, what's on offer and stuff there too. There's not much entertainment-wise at DCA for the month of October, unless you're going to Oogie Boogie Bash. Then we'll go to World of Disney and look at a couple of merchandise items. I wanna try a churro out, a Pumpkin Spice Churro in downtown Disney. Then we'll go over to Disneyland and cover the same stuff over there. It's so odd, it feels like the first fall day today. It's really humid though, so the humidity definitely doesn't make it feel like fall, but it's 78 and it's completely cloudy. There isn't a bit of blue in the sky today, which is odd for the late afternoon. It's been cloudy all day today. It's kind of nice. The humidity's a little icky, but the breeze is keeping things moving along and keeping it nicer than the 80-degree days, that's for sure. It's about 78, but it's just covered in clouds. It's very odd today. I'm enjoying those though while it lasts. I definitely am enjoying this. It's gonna heat up again, unfortunately, next week. My birthday is coming up in the beginning of October, and I swear there's always a heat wave during my birthday. Every single year, the first week of October gets like a heat wave into the second week. So it is supposed to be hot again for the first part of October, and then hopefully we'll get some more fall weather. This is really nice though, it's very peculiar, but let's go into California Adventure to start, and we're gonna have a great day today. This is gonna be a lot of fun going over all the updates. I love stopping on Buena Vista Street and seeing them make the treats. They're making the little mini cake pops and they're so cute. This lady waved at me too. That's so nice when they wave at you. Ooh, she is doing a fantastic job. They're so skilled and so talented at that. It's amazing. It's really fun to stand here and watch them work though. I really like it. One of my favorite spots in DCA during the Halloween time. Can you hear the winds howling? I love the sound effects over here, and it's magnificent at night. You definitely have to come check this out at night. But I figured while I'm over in this area, it's a good spot to talk about Oogie Boogie Bash. So if you are coming to Oogie Boogie Bash, you know they're on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. If you're not coming and it's one of those days, DCA is gonna close at 6 p.m. those days for general admission tickets. So the regular guests will be kicked out at 6 o'clock and Oogie Boogie Bash will begin, and that continues throughout the month of October. The only change is that October 30th, which is a Thursday, does not have an Oogie Boogie Bash. That week the Oogie Boogie Bash is on the Friday, which is October 31st, obviously, which is Halloween. So they just change it. Other than that, it'll be Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays throughout the month of October. So don't come to DCA those days if you only have a one-day ticket that's not a park hopper ticket. You'll kind of waste your ticket if it's not a park hopper because you get kicked out at 6 o'clock. So pick Disneyland if you have a one-day ticket for one of those days. I was checking the wait times earlier today and they were really low, but now that it's about 2:15 right now, it's getting really busy. Buena Vista Street is hard to walk down. It's really, really busy in this area. It's typical for a Saturday during October. If you're gonna be coming on the weekend, expect there to be high crowds for sure, especially on the weekends in October. It's the spooky season, so it draws out a lot of people.
Not thrilled with the costume, but I think she looks adorable. This is her little witch costume. So she's getting all ready for Halloween time.
Doesn't Lady look so cute in her witch's hat and her lace and her orange? She's very festive for the fall season. Yeah, her little brooch on her hat. How shiny. Wow. You're looking very fancy, Lady. She also has a name tag too, right?
She sure does. It says Lady.
Beautiful. Well, keep up the good work. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Happy Halloween, and I hope you have a good one. So Mickey's PhilharMagic will be closed from October 6th until October 30th. So pretty much the full month of October. If you're planning to come and see that show, Don't do it during October, obviously. Remember when this was Muppets 3D? I do miss Muppets 3D. I think Mickey PhilharMagic is a fun show. I just wish they put it in like Tomorrowland or somewhere where one of the vacant theaters are instead of a replacing attraction, because we have a lot of vacant theaters. Or they could have put it in the Hyperion since we don't use that. But it is a fun show to see, and for me, more importantly, it's a really good air conditioning break. It will be hot during the month of October. We always get heat waves. It can be in the 90s even in October, and it's been a late summer heat this year, so expect it to still be pretty hot during October. So I will miss having this for the air conditioning break. This show's a little overwhelming to me personally sometimes because the volume is just too darn loud. I don't know what's with that. Like, I like loud music, I like loud concerts and stuff like that, but this is just like really, really loud sometimes. It depends on who's running the show that day. I've seen it at times where it's not quite as loud, but most of the time this is really loud, and it's quite frankly overwhelming to me. But I think it's a really cute show, and it's fun too. So, but this will be back and open on Halloween, so it'll be back for the month of November. It's just general refurbishment work. It just probably needs some mechanical work and stuff like that to keep it up and running. But yeah, this will be closed in October. We do not have a closure date for Monsters, Inc. Mike and Sully to the rescue, but do know it is closing in early 2026. That has been officially announced as part of the Disney Forward project. I believe this is where the Avatar land and the Avatar attraction and stuff is going to be. But get in as many rides as you can within the next couple of months. So October, make sure to stop by and ride Mike and Sully to the rescue. It's a really cute, classic ride. It feels like a classic Disneyland ride, even though it's in DCA, and it's not an old ride. It's not really a classic ride, but it has the feel of a classic dark ride to it, and I really appreciate that. It's a fun ride though. It's definitely worth doing. I love the door scenes in that too, and it's got some cool special effects with Randall and stuff. You definitely have to do this since it won't be here forever, and it will be gone eventually. We probably have 3 to 5 months of this left. If they're saying early 2026, probably January or February this is going to close down. So definitely get in some rides during October. It's closed down right now. I actually was going to go on it, but it is closed down unfortunately right now. Here's a construction update for the new Avengers Campus ride that's going to be built here between Cars Land and Avengers Campus. So this walkway to Cars Land is going to be closed for a long time. Don't plan on taking this walkway anytime soon. But man, they are making progress very, very quickly. It's so impressive and amazing when Disney puts in money and attention to something, how quickly they can actually get it done. It's like the DVC tower over at the Disneyland Hotel. They built that thing in like 9 months. It's crazy, but then you get other buildings that are neglected, like the train station had that fire over 2 years ago, and they never did anything with that building. They just recently demolished that building, and now it's just kind of left vacant there. But when they really want to do something, Disney gets it done. In this situation, they're getting it done very, very quickly. They're going vertical really quickly with this. A lot of the steel structure is already up there. This is going to be pretty cool when it's open. This is just an update. If you're coming in October, don't plan on walking from Avengers Campus to Cars Land. You have to go around the long way, unfortunately. This is cool, though. I'm excited for when this is open. Infinity Defense. That's going to be pretty awesome. I always stop at the Vineyards and I look for the cat because she has white fur. I think this one is called Evelyn. From what I've heard from cast members, they told me her name is Evelyn. She's an older lady. She's a lady of a sophisticated age, so she's a little grumpy. If you ever see her face, though, she has the meanest, grumpiest face. She's asleep right now. She's got flies swarming all around her, poor little thing. Let me zoom in and show you here. But if she would put her face up, she has like a grumpy cat face. Like, she looks like she's forever angry. She has RCF, resting cat face, right? Yeah, RCF, that's what the acronym would be. But she is so cute and she's so fluffy. I always have to stop and say hi to her. She's very easy to spot. She's pretty much the easiest cat to see at Disneyland or California Adventure because her white fur stands out against the green of the grapevines. These are all grapevines up here. And when I walk by, I always just do a quick optical scan and look. And when you see white, you know that's her. And I always have to go up and say hi to her. She is very adorable. She's taking her nap. She's sleeping as cats do very often. They sleep all day, it seems like, and all night. Cats are really good at sleeping, but she is very, very cute. I wish I could show her face, but she's asleep and she's not going to look over. Anyways, keep up the good work, Evelyn. Everyone's proud of you. So in Cars Land, Radiator Springs Racers opened early. It opened a couple of days early, actually, but the hype has been unreal for this. The line is a 2-hour wait right now, and it's actually stretching. Woo, there they go. It is actually stretching out into the street. They were trying to get Red in his clown costume out from meeting people and go backstage, and they had to clear out the line. The line is going all the way down the street in Cars Land. I've never seen the line like that before. I think they need to open up some switchbacks and stuff in there, but it is a 2-hour wait. It is open again though, so after a long closure, it's nice to see it back and open. The most popular attraction in California Adventure. So if you're coming in October, you definitely will be able to ride this. It's been closed for a couple of months, but it is finally back, and a good job, Disney. They did it early, but it'll be a really long wait if you come in October. So plan to do that like first thing in the morning if you can. That was only one car racing itself, so they must be still having mechanical issues since it just reopened. That would explain why it's such a long wait right now. But I've seen one car go by, sometimes 2 cars go by, but a lot of times it's been 1 car singular go by. So I think the wait for October could be long while they're working out those mechanical kinks still. Ooh, the hibiscus bushes are blooming again. Hibiscus are one of my favorite flowers. They are so beautiful. If you come over by the cappuccino cart in DCA, you can see this very gorgeous and stunning plant. It is blooming again now that the heat of summer is done, I guess. It's getting a second wind. It'll bloom a little bit into fall too. So if you're here in October, stop by and try to get some photos with this because it is a very, very beautiful bush with some awesome flowers on it. The last closure for DCA for the month of October is going to be Goofy's Sky School. It's a very short closure. It closes tomorrow, September 28th, and it opens October 5th. I actually really like this attraction. I know it's just a cookie cutter crazy mouse roller coaster, but it's a lot of fun, and it definitely feels like you're gonna die and fly off the edge, and in a good way. I think it's just a really fun ride. This is one of the scariest coasters. People underestimate this because those turns at the top really get you. It's a lot of fun, and single rider is always a good one because single rider is pretty short for this. I do this attraction quite often actually, and that'll be the last closure for California Adventure for October. As far as entertainment goes, there's not really much happening at DCA outside of Oogie Boogie Bash. I think Disney really wants to sell those Oogie Boogie Bash tickets, so they take away all the other entertainment. Better Together, the parade has been suspended for the Halloween season. I think that'll be coming back probably January next year. I'm not sure off the top of my head when that one's coming back, but there's no parades, there's no other really cavalcades or anything that you can see outside of Oogie Boogie Bash. The only thing you're gonna find is right here, you're gonna find World of Color, 9 o'clock every night, World of Color Happiness. It is gonna be the Happiness version, the new one that premiered this year. But other than that, there's not really gonna be any entertainment. I think previously during the summer hours, they had the World of Color twice per night, but right now it's just at 9 o'clock. And speaking of 9 o'clock, that is the time that DCA is going to close each evening. It is open from 8 a.m. till 9 p.m. every day in October, regardless of whether or not it is a weekday or a weekend, outside of the Oogie Boogie hours, because of course on Oogie Boogie days, it does close at 6 p.m. But other than that, it's gonna be 8 a.m. till 9 p.m. every day. That's the park operating hours for October for DCA. We're gonna head to World of Disney after this and then grab a churro in downtown Disney, the seasonal churro. But I wanna pop into Elias & Company / Five and Dime and look for one of the new sweatshirts that's here. There's a new Tigger sweatshirt that matches all those character sweatshirts they've been coming out with. They've been doing a good job on those sweatshirts, very adorable. I'm excited to see a Tigger one, so let's go look at that in person. So this is the new character sweatshirt. This is in the part of Elias & Company directly across from the Headless Horseman statue. This is what they call room 4. So just ask and a cast member will point you. They moved the character sweaters though. They were in the other room 2 rooms down before this. Now they're in room 4. I tried to move it so that you could see the color in the right lighting. The lighting in here is very strong and harsh down lighting. So sometimes the colors are a little different in here. But this is like a mauve pink color. It's very unique. It's a subdued pink, which is perfect for fall, and you have a big patch of Tigger on it. That is just really, really adorable. See how it looks a little bit purple, but it's a purplish pink. It's definitely more on the pink side. I would call it a mauve pink for sure. And then you have the Disneyland Resort logo down there in different colors of thread. You have orange, white, and a nice autumnal burnt orange down there. It's a brownish orange and a gold on the end as well. That is really nice. I love the color choices for fall. That's a very fall sweater. The other ones were really summery sweaters, and this this one definitely fits the bill for fall. I love Tigger's face. That just looks adorable. These are really, really soft too. They're really high quality, good material. They're soft, but a little bit thick, a little bit thin, so you could still wear this in fall when it's not quite as cold. Our fall is pretty hot here in Southern California, so it's not going to be freezing. You're not going to want a thick sweater, that's for sure. Nothing on the back, but that is just so stinking cute. I love that sweater. They did a good job with all these character ones. All right, we are going to go to World of Disney next, and you guys are going to freak out. I kind of freaked out. It's pretty early, but I guess other stores are already pulling out their Christmas stuff. But we're going to look at the very first Christmas item that they have. It's a Stitch item, but yes, Christmas already started coming out this week. I don't think the main release of Christmas will be for another couple of weeks, maybe in October. Yeah, I guess it would be like early October probably, so coming up here pretty soon actually, sooner than most people think. But are you ready for this? This is actually the first Christmas item, and we're going to look at one other item and then we'll get the churro too. But let's head to World of Disney next. All right, so here it is, the very first Christmas item I'm seeing for this whole year. That is so funny. It seems so early, but I think Costco and all the other places are doing it. And we did get Halloween merchandise very, very early in the beginning of summer. It wasn't even near fall yet when we got Halloween, so it does make sense that they want to start selling Christmas stuff way before Christmas. So I'm not going to knock them. I do love Christmas, so I'm excited to see this, and I think this is so adorable. You guys know I'm a huge fan of Stitch. Peace, Love, and Santa Stitch and the Disneyland Resort logo. It's a really nice light heather gray. It's a really nice material too. It's very soft and it's very thin. Surprisingly, for a winter shirt, it's actually really, really on the thin side. So that's nice though. I like my shirts to be more breathable and thin. These are part of the shirts that are $29.99 if you buy one, or $24.99 if you buy two or more shirts. You can mix and match. That is really adorable though. Look at Stitch's face there. I love the hearts with the Christmas lights, and they're the classic Christmas lights with the big bulbs on them, and Stitch's little peace sign hand. That is a really adorable Christmas merchandise item. If this is a sign of what's to come, I think this year's stuff is going to be really, really cute. I'm really excited to see all the Christmas merch this year. That is so cool though. I love it. But yeah, that's the very first item that we're seeing. This just came out the other day here at World of Disney. I don't see the Jack Skellington stainless steel tumbler, but I think this is newish because I would remember Harold's face. Look at the Yeti's face. Look at how ridiculous he looks. I don't think I've ever seen this before, but it's vaguely familiar. Sometimes it's hard to remember what's new and what's not new, but regardless, this is a very cute Starbucks mug. It's probably $24.99. It doesn't have a price on it, but look at that Disneyland Resort logo. I love the stylization of all the icons on it. You have the hippo from Small World. That hippo is so funny how she blinks. And you have the Jungle Cruise boat, Millennium Falcon. That is just so cool. Madame Leota, Mr. Toad. That is an amazing mug. I really like that a lot. And on the side here, you have the Starbucks logo, which is cool too. I like how the handle is pink, but the inside's like a mauve purple color. It's a really nice color, kind of like a dusty lilac. What would you call that? It's a really beautiful glaze on the inside though. I just love this cup. I don't need more cups, but I love this one a lot. All right, we're just going to take a short little stroll here through the length of World of Disney. On the outside, we're going to stop by California Churros and pick up the seasonal specialty churro, which is a pumpkin spice churro. I'm super excited for this. This is going to be my dinner because when you're at Disneyland, you can eat like a kid if you want to. I'm an adult and I can eat what I want. I didn't really eat real dinner, but this will suffice for now. I'm really excited to try this though. Wow, World of Disney and Downtown Disney are so busy now. It's a typical busy Saturday night, that's for sure. And the lines to get into DCA and Disneyland are really long. I'm gonna go into Disneyland after this, so I'm just gonna have to suck it up and wait in line. I don't mind waiting in the lines. It's just something I noticed. Saturday nights, Friday nights have been really, really busy. It's been crazy here. I got a treat though that smells really, really good. And more importantly, I got a table that's kind of peaceful back here in the picnic area. The rest of the picnic area is really busy. There's like some kind of pin trading event. I don't know if it's a weekly meetup or if they meet up every Saturday or what it is, but there's a lot of pin traders taking up all the tables. Pretty much every table in the main section is taken up for pin trading, but in this back corner, there's a couple of tables still available, and I like it back here. You can hear the Jungle Cruise birds and all the animals there, and you can hear some shots to scare away the hippos every once in a while. Intermittently, you'll hear the jungle skipper shoot off a couple of shots to warn off the hippos from the hippo pool area as the boats pass by. And the weird thing, this is very odd and peculiar. Usually the music is super super loud back here. I don't know why. Ever since we got the new music track, it's usually really, really loud back here. There's no music back here today. I don't know what that is about. I have no idea why there's no music at all. It's not even quiet music. It's just absolutely no music playing, which I'm not complaining about. It's actually really nice. I love me some Disney music, but I also love me some peace and quiet. So I got my little cozy corner back here, and it truly is peaceful back here. It's really nice to take a break from the crowds, just going between parks. I'm super excited for this treat. It's from California Churros. It's a pumpkin spice churro. It was $7.95, which is not a bad deal, and it smells like pumpkin pie. It also actually comes with a side of cream cheese frosting. I didn't know the frosting came with it until I read the signs. That's really nice. That's really good price that it's included with it. You can also get a different version of this with 2 spiral churros, and it's the ice cream sandwich. I've gotten the ice cream sandwich before, so I wanted to just try the regular churro out, but that's a pumpkin spice ice cream sandwich. If you have 2 people, I would recommend that one, but since it's just me, I thought this would be plenty. The ice cream sandwich is only $12.50, which is not a bad deal for a splittable portion. You're effectively getting 2 churros and a big scoop of ice cream, so you can definitely split that. It's the same churro too, freshly made, and it smells delicious. All right, let's try this on its own first, and then I'll try it with the dip like it's supposed to be. I love a cream cheese frosting, so I'm sure the dip's gonna be great. I tried the cream cheese frosting already. I licked the lid, as I always do. Doesn't everybody always lick the lids? It's like when you open a pudding, you know, you always gotta lick the lid. It's obligatory and mandatory. I think everybody licks the lids. I'm not alone in that. But I licked the lid and it tasted really good. It's not a sweet cream cheese frosting. It's really cream cheese heavy with just a mild powdered sugar hit to it. It's perfect. So I think this is gonna be really good. Let's give this a bite though. It mostly just tastes like a regular churro. I can taste a hint of the pumpkin spice there, like a little nutmeg, a little clove, I think it is, maybe a little bit of ginger, but the predominant flavor is definitely cinnamon, and that cinnamon sugar flavor really doesn't taste too discernible from a regular churro. It smells like pumpkin spice. It definitely smells like pumpkin spice, but the flavor really just reminds me of a normal churro, which is not bad. It's still a very good churro, but I'm kind of let down that it doesn't taste like pumpkin spice. The other one that you get at DCA from Cozy Cone, that one does taste like pumpkin because the frosting they put. It tastes like a pumpkin pie filling on top of it. So if you want a more pumpkin forward one, I would definitely recommend that over this. But if you want a more subtle one, this one's still really good. It's still a good churro, and it's hot and fresh, which I appreciate. But now I gotta try it with the frosting. That's the way that it's meant to be eaten, and I'm sure this is gonna be fantastic with the frosting. That is wonderful with the cream cheese frosting. It's really not a sweet cream cheese frosting. As a whole, this is not a very sweet dessert. It's really subtle and really nice, but it's fresh and it's yummy. I just love that frosting. You could put that on anything and it'd be good. This really does just taste like a regular churro. I think that frosting would be good with any churro, period. And I would like to see this served in the park because this is good. This should be in Disneyland. I think it's a good price for $8 with a dip, and you get a long churro too. It's delicious though. Try this out. I like this one. I think you're gonna like it too. I thought I'd point this out too because I was delighted to see this on the wrapper. That's really nice. If you order from California Churros, 50% of the profits from this purchase go directly to charity. That's nice to know. One thing we haven't heard any official date about is Great Moments of Mr. Lincoln returning. It should be alternating with A Magical Life of Walt Disney pretty soon, but don't expect that during October. If you want to see Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln, just expect that to not be available during October. Probably a couple more months of it just exclusively being A Magical Life, and then they'll alternate the shows. We still don't know how that's going to work, if it's going to be half the day at one show or half the day at another, or if they alternate back and forth like on the hour and half hour. That's probably what I would think they would do if I had to guess. They'll do like on the hour it'll be A Magical Life, and then on the half hour it'll be Great Moments. It just depends how long or how difficult it is to turn that stage. It should just be on like a big turntable, so they should just be able to turn it around really quickly and play either or show. So we'll see how that works, but that won't be here for October. There was a rumor about this opening on October 25th. That is not true. Big Thunder Mountain will not be opened in October. It's going to be an extended refurbishment. They did not plan to open it. I think that's just where the calendar ended, and a lot of the Disney news places took that and ran with it and kind of exaggerated the truth and said that it was reopening. I don't think they were ever really planning to reopen it. I think they just hadn't updated the calendar, which Disney does sometimes, but this one will not be here during the month of October. If you come, don't plan on riding this one for a couple of more months. I think the refurbishment is going to be pretty extensive. There's a lot of construction walls. It looks like they're redoing parts of the track and parts of the queue too. I can see some of the trains covered up with scrim too, but I think this is going to go on for a very long time. Probably not as long as Walt Disney World. That one's been closed for like a year, wasn't it? It was closed for a really long time. That was closed when I was there in January, and I know that was planned to be closed for a long time. But this one should be closed for a couple of more months. We don't have a reopening date. There's no way to guess or to know when this will reopen. But if you're coming in October, you will not be able to do Big Thunder Mountain Railroad for sure. Casey Jr.'s Circus Train is one of my favorite rides. I love this ride in Fantasyland. It just really makes you feel like a kid again. This one will not be available during October for sure. This is undergoing an extended and extensive refurbishment. It's going to be closed for a very long time. I think this one's going to be open like January or February from what I've been hearing, but don't quote me on that. That's just a tentative schedule that I've heard from cast members. But the construction walls are built up around this. I think they've ripped up parts of the track and everything. There's a lot of work going on. From what you can peek here and there behind, you can definitely tell that this is a big project that they're working on. But this will be closed for as long as Storybook Land Canal is closed. They're going to be closed in tandem because one can't be opened without the other. So that one's also going to be not available during October. I love Storybook Land Canal boats. It's just such a fun and relaxing ride. It's really cute and really adorable, but that one is not going to be available in October at all either. It's a Small World closes on October 30th through November 13th in order to do the overlay for the holiday season. I love the holiday version of It's a Small World. It's really, really beautiful. It's just really fun to do during the Christmas time. I really enjoy it. It's really sentimental to me and it's really magical. I love Small World. It'll always be one of my favorite attractions, but I especially love the holiday version. That's pretty quick to get it done in that time frame too. They're only giving themselves 2 weeks, but if you come at the end of October, the last 2 days that'll be closed, and into the first 2 weeks, it'll be open for November 14th, which is the official start of the holidays at Disneyland Resort. So at least they're getting it done really quickly. That's really generous of them to only shut it down for a little bit of time. They're going to be working around the clock. Ooh, see what I did there? Small World clock. But they're going to be working around the clock. They must have a 24-hour shift going on in order to get it done in that 2-week time frame. So that's awesome. It won't be closed for very long. All right, so that's it for the ride closures for Disneyland. Next up, we'll just go over the entertainment schedule and what to expect each night when you're here, and then we'll wrap it up. We'll call it a day. So as far as the entertainment schedule, Disneyland's gonna have a lot more on offer than DCA for October. You can watch the Halloween Cavalcade twice a day. That's generally gonna be at 1:30 and 2:45. Just look for that one on the app. It'll tell you when those are gonna happen. The 1:30 one is usually starting at Small World, working its way down to Main Street, and the one at 2:45 usually starts at Main Street and works its way down to Small World. You're also going to find the Halloween Screams fireworks show during October until it changes over into Believe, the holiday show for November. But October is going to be Halloween Screams every night at 9:30. You can also watch the Star Wars version of that in Batuu at 9:30 as well. Obviously, it's at the same time. What I like is that they changed Tapestry of Happiness. Now that it's getting dark earlier, you can start watching Tapestry of Happiness as early as 7:15 some days and 7:55 on other days. Tapestry of Happiness used to happen like after 10 at night, like 9:55, and it was far too late for me to watch it. It's a short show and it's really, really cool. I like it a lot. I love the message of that one too. It really just celebrates Disneyland and the Sherman Brothers. It's a really fantastic show, but it's very short. So for me, it wasn't worth waiting that long and staying up super late for it. And the other big thing is that you can find Paint the Night. You can find that at 8:30 and 10:30 most nights. There's always gonna be 2 Paint the Nights every night. Oh, and with the fireworks, fireworks. They don't do fireworks on a weekday. It'll only be on weekends, but you can still watch the projection show for Halloween screens on the weekdays. Now, as far as hours go for Disneyland, Disneyland is open from 8 a.m. till 11 p.m. almost every night all the way through October, but starting October 27th, on some of the weekdays, they are going to close at 10 p.m. These are pretty reduced park hours from what we've seen. This is kind of setting a new precedent, but they're going to reduce down to 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. starting October 27th, and it looks like just on weekdays for that. Weekends, it'll still be open till 11 p.m. Up until then, every day will be 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. regardless of whether or not it's a weekday or a weekend. But those are the park hours for Disneyland coming up for the month of October. And for Fantasmic in October, it looks like weekdays, Fantasmic's not gonna be available, but on weekends, you can see it at 9 and 10:30 as well. There's gonna be 2 times for Fantasmic, but that's unfortunate. You can't see it during weekdays. So if you're coming during October, plan for that. Definitely come on a weekend if you want to see Fantasmic. That's a phenomenal show. I wish they would at least do 1 time on the weekdays and 2 on the weekends, but it is nice they're still doing 2 of those sets on the weekends. Well, thank you guys for joining me today. I hope if you're coming during the month of October, this helps you plan your trip, and I hope you guys have an amazing time when you come. It's such a fun and festive season to come during spooky season. Wasn't that crazy to see the Christmas merchandise already here? I love that Stitch t-shirt. I thought that was so adorable. But yeah, that was really cute. But wow, can you believe it? Christmas already. Christmas and Halloween, 2 holidays collide. I also love that Tigger sweatshirt. Those character sweatshirts that they are making are phenomenal. They just need to keep making those for every character they can think of, because those are super simple but very, very cute designs. I love how they do the multicolored lettering on those, and this one really felt like fall, whereas the other ones, the Daisy and the Mickey one, really felt like summer. So they're doing a good job making those seasonal. That was a really cute sweater though. The merch was fun to look at. I like that Starbucks mug. That was a cool mug. I don't need any more mugs, but I did like that a lot. And that churro was great. It didn't taste like pumpkin spice a lot, but what made it great was that cream cheese dip, the frosting on the side. That was phenomenal because it wasn't too sweet. It was just cream cheese and a little bit of powdered sugar blended and whipped together. That was great though. It was a pretty standard churro, but it was delicious. It was well prepared. It was hot. It was fresh. But thank you guys. I appreciate you so much. Hopefully this video is helpful for you guys if you're coming in October. I hope you guys take care. Thanks again, and I'll see you real soon.